Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I'm Cortensia Carty. And happy birthday, Jamie.
All right, thank you.
I could not miss that.
Trying to go under the radar, but thank you. Thank you, Cortensia.
You're welcome.
All right, we proceed now to the latest in local news. This from SKN Times. The mold situation at the Sir Lee Llewellyn Moore Judicial Complex in Basture. Forgive me, we're having a bit of difficulties. All right, so the mold situation at the Sir Lee Llewellyn Moore Judicial Complex in Basture may be more than what officials anticipated, as the basement is likely to be condemned. The complex was closed in June last year due to the extreme presence of mold within the building. It was reported that a number of persons reportedly got ill, and Attorney General Garth Wilkin revealed that one person had suffered hear loss. Now it was revealed that there has been a delay in the full examination of the building due to the extent of the mold's presence within. According to Attorney General Wilkin, the government would have to replace the roof of the building and, quote, "We will have to replace all the electrical and data lines. We have to gut the central air-conditioned system and replace it with a new system. And 4, we may have to condemn the basement, which attracts a lot of moisture, given its presence in Basture," end quote. Following an open discussion with Public Works, the Attorney General revealed that they have a plan to address all of the issues at the location, noting that plasters were put on sewers when it came to the building.
We continue now, this from SKNIS. Services for women and children who experience domestic or gender-based violence will benefit from a newly updated Memorandum of Understanding between the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Garden of Rebirth. The new MOU was signed on Wednesday, March 8, 2023, during a brief ceremony at the Ministry of Youth, Empowerment, Aging and Disabilities, housed in the Cable Building on Keon Street. It lays out the terms of the partnership between the two parties. The signing was symbolically done on International Women's Day. Minister of State responsible for Gender Affairs, the Honorable Iselin Phillip, welcomed the updated terms, noting that the government cherishes its relationships with civil society. According to its website, the Garden of Rebirth is, and quote, "an empowerment center housing women and children victimized by abuse," end quote. The MOU was signed by Virgil Jeffers, Director of Gender Affairs, Minister of State Phillip, and Mistress Bradshaw Keynes. Miss Rita Cable also signed as a witness. So I like that, a movement in the right direction.
And in other news, this from SKNIS. At a brief ceremony on Tuesday, March 7th, held at the maternity ward of the Joseph N. Franz General Hospital, a plaque recognizing the institution's achievement of completing the baby-friendly initiative certification process was unveiled. The ceremony, attended by Dr. Amelia Del Riego, the Pan American Health Organization PAHO and World Health Organization WHO representative for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, along with her staff, was the culmination of a process that qualifies the JNF General Hospital as the only hospital in the region to achieve the status of baby-friendly certified. The Baby-Friendly Hospital Initiative was launched by UNICEF and the World Health Organization in 1991 as an accreditation process that requires a hospital to attain specific standards in relation to the 10 steps of successful breastfeeding. Dr. Amelia Del Riego, PAHO representative, underscored that having a policy that clearly identifies the government's position with supporting breastfeeding and enabling the environment so that mothers can breastfeed for the recommended 6 months of exclusive breastfeeding is a great achievement.
Now for your local weather, it is mostly sunny with a high of 81 and a low of 71 degrees Fahrenheit. This is currently 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Take a look at your local weather. Stay tuned. Regional and international news up next.
it.
An exotic experience.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Welcome back now for the regional news. This from the Antigua and Barbuda Observer, sorry about that. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, the ECCB, is urging the public to look out for counterfeit paper EC $100 notes, which are currently being circulated in Antigua and Barbuda. The notes bear the serial numbers VB0426226 and WD230137. The bank said in a statement released, and quote, the ECCB wishes to remind the public that counterfeit notes have no value and that it is a criminal offense to use or be in the possession of counterfeit notes, end quote. The ECCB further urges the public to note the security features of genuine EC paper notes, which include a security thread with the text reading ECCB incorporated into the paper that can be seen clearly through the paper, and a serial number printed vertically on the left side and horizontally on the right side of the notes. No two notes of the same denomination bear the same serial number. Genuine banknotes are printed on special paper, which gives them a unique feel, the release noted. Individuals who think they may be in the possession of EC counterfeit paper notes are also advised that they should report the matter to the nearest police station.
And on the international scene, this from CNN, the world's oceans are polluted by a plastic smog made up of an estimated 171 trillion plastic particles that, if gathered, would weigh around 2.3 million tons, according to a new study. A team of international scientists analyzed global data collected between 1979 and 2019 from nearly 12,000 sampling points in the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans, and the Mediterranean Sea. They found a rapid and unprecedented increase in ocean plastic pollution since 2005, according to the study published Wednesday. Lisa Erdl, Director of Research and Innovation at the Five Gyres Institute and an author on the report, told CNN, quote, "It is much higher than previous estimates," end quote. The United Nations has agreed to create a legally binding global plastics treaty by 2024, which would address the whole life of plastics from production to disposal. But big divisions remain over whether this should include cuts in plastic manufacturing, which is predicted to quadruple by 2050. Well, there you have it for the latest for today. More GMS SKN on the other side of this break. Stay tuned.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
各位朋友，大家好. Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Welcome to another edition of Infused Friday. We have another great infused water recipe for you to try out. Pineapple and sweet red bell pepper. I know what you're thinking, but this will bring a pep in your step. Here are some of the benefits you may experience from this exotic combination. Pineapple juice is rich in a variety of vitamins and minerals. It's especially packed with manganese, copper, vitamin B6 and vitamin C, all of which play important roles in the proper functioning of your body. Red capsicum or red bell pepper contains lycopene and a phytonutrient which helps to keep a healthy heart. It is also a rich source of folate and vitamin B6 along with antioxidants known to protect the body against free radicals. I know you cannot wait to try out this amazing fruit and vegetable infusion. Let's get you started with the following ingredients. You will need 6 pineapple cubes, 6 red capsicum cubes, enough fresh water to fill your jug or bottle. And the directions. Remember to wash your ingredients well. Chop and slice ingredients as necessary. Add to ingredients to a large jug or bottle. Stir ingredients and add fresh water and stir. Let it infuse, settle, and then serve into tall glasses. Can you taste the goodness already? Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
So life is full of choices, many of which come up with uncertainty, and the truth is we can never really know what might have been if we had chosen differently. Despite this fact, many people still live with regrets. So Jamie, do you have any regrets in life?
Not at all.
Okay.
I have no regrets.
Okay. He says he has none. I have a few, but yeah, we'll get to that.
We all do.
In this segment, we will be looking at some of the most common regrets around the world, which focus not on a single moment, but on how life was lived. So I wish I worry less. That's one of my regrets. Still probably is a regret because sometimes I still worry. Oh well. Guess one day I'll get over that. I wish I had forgiven more. Well, I forgive a lot, so I don't wish that. I'm good, but I guess that's the majority of the person. Because I always forgive, and thank God I have somewhat of a forgetful mind. I don't want it all the time, but it happens. So yeah, I forgive and I do forget because it makes no sense. What about you?
Would it not be interesting if someone said that they wish they remembered more?
Yeah, I guess. But I want to forget. I want to forget. I like the fact that I forget in terms of the forgiveness part, but I don't like to forget what I need to remember. Because I do forget sometimes. A lot of times. Yeah, a lot of times, guys. Confession morning on this Good Friday show. Yeah.
At least one of us will confess. All right, so we are looking at common regrets.
So it takes a strong person to say I'm sorry, and an even stronger person to forgive. Forgive and let go. Frees yourself from grudges. So it frees you from grudges. Yeah, it makes sense.
Great way to go through life. Forgive and let go.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, the regret on the list. I wish I had spent more time with the people I love. Why would you regret that when you can work all the time?
But maybe you had the opportunity too for some persons and you just didn't. And then now that they're almost gone, you wish you had done. Because I guess some fathers and mothers would wish they would have done that with their children. And then some children would have wished they would have done that with their aging parents. Although sometimes they may say, oh my God, it's a lot, but you never miss the water till the well run dry. So even with your friends, sometimes you said, you know, I should have paid more attention to my friends, because let's say for those of us who have friends that would have committed suicide, you would have been like, oh my God, I never saw it coming. But if I had gone over when she had called me that day, and then they live with that continued regret, because that's the day she actually took her life. So maybe if I had gone, she would not have. So what do you say to that?
I think you said it all. Yeah. It's easy to let time slip away, but once it's gone, you never can get it back. And I think we all know that to be true.
Yeah.
This is one of those common regrets. Spend more time with your loved ones.
Please do.
I was being facetious when I asked that question, though. Why would you have this regret when you can work more? A lot of us spend time working.
Then the job goes. Dun, dun, dun. And then you have plenty of time. Like COVID gave us plenty of time, but look at that. We still could not visit. We had to maintain connections via technology.
Not a bad way to do it.
How could we, boy, so much time to spend with our loved ones, but we couldn't go. Imagine our grandparents couldn't see us because they were the ones that, if they caught the COVID, they could go first. So we had to be considerate to keep them alive. Wow. What a world we live in. I wish I had lived my own life. My younger days, I wish I would have, because I think now that I'm an adult and I speak out, a lot of people think that I'm rude. And I don't think it's rude. It's just me being an adult and I can do whatever I want now. So I don't think it's rude. So I wish I had lived my life for me and not to please persons or to appear a certain way back then.
Let's see.
Comments? I find the cat has my co-host down this morning. What's going on? What's going on? So spend your time working on the things you want to accomplish. Build a business, cultivate a career, build a family, run a marathon. The greatest success lies in living your life in your own way, as I said. Yeah, I wanted to participate in Pagua when I was younger, but my mother like, that's not our religion, so you can't do Pagua. So I want to get some wet down and throw some powder too. Like, in my next lifetime, I'm gonna do what I want, even if lashes comes afterwards.
I wish I had worried less. So this is apparently one of those common regrets. Wish you worried less.
I wish I had. Because sometimes the stuff that I'm worrying about isn't even what it turns out to be. Upset mind, stop worrying. Yeah.
All right, so let's find out about the benefits of worrying less. Worry's just using your imagination to create the things you don't want. So your energy's being put into envisioning the outcome that you really don't want. So why worry about it?
Just be happy, yes? Really follow the words of that song. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Yeah. I wish I had been more honest. Depending on the situation, because if it's going to take me to jail, then I don't wish that. I'm going to say I never saw a thing. And that's the truth. Confession on this lovely Friday morning. I never saw anything. Jesus will get me, but guess what? No one on earth can. because they don't know that I know.
Isn't honesty
The best policy? It's supposed to be, but in cases that are gonna get you in things and get you earmarked and stuff, no. The truth shall set you free. That is my truth.
that you'd be dishonest?
I'm
And
not
it'll
being
set you
dishonest. I'm
free.
protecting myself.
I see. Okay, rationalize it any way you
Yeah.
want.
See?
Hopefully you don't have to say this later on, that you wish you'd been more honest. If you don't own up to your own truth, falsehood will ultimately end up owning you. Honesty is the first path.
It is, but in the case that I speak about, no, never. The Lord forgives and He protects me. I ain't see nothing. Yeah. He sees. He says, I see. I see. Yeah. He sees. Yes, he definitely sees. Honesty is the best policy, but sometimes, Jamie, things that, as I said, are going to get you in a place that you don't want to be. You don't want to be earmarked. You don't want to. You just got to say no. And you just got to deal with the man above that know that you saw. Nobody else know that you saw on the earth.
Okay.
So, I wish I had worked less. No, I don't have this problem. So I don't wish I had worked less, no. With my chores maybe, but I don't, no. This is not a bother of mine.
I don't think anybody says they wish they worked more. So
No, exactly, but no, I don't have a problem with this one.
although they might.
Okay. Working constantly for something you don't passionately care about adds nothing but stress to your life. And even if the passion is there, keep your workload in balance with the rest of your life. Yeah. So everything in moderation, as we say. So keep it in balance. So have you ever overworked yourself?
I have, but it comes in seasons.
Okay.
There's a project that I've been working on that I want to see implemented, definitely so,
Okay.
and then I can take a breather after.
Okay. Fair enough.
But again, that pressure was generally self-imposed anyway.
Okay. So how do you de-stress when you stress yourself to finish your projects?
I wasn't really stressing because generally I worked with enough of a window so that if anything came up that I wasn't anticipating, I'd be able to address it in the time frame.
Okay, fair enough. So you manage your time very well. Look at that. I can manage my time very well. I used to, but the older I get, that cell phone, I think I'm going to throw it in the sea.
Okay, so you regret having a cell phone?
Yeah, big regret. This is why I never wanted a cell phone, y'all. Because the cell phone is trying to get the best of me. Confession Friday again. Yes, it is trying to get the best of me, so I got to do something. I can't lock it away because I'm going to go look for it. So, yeah. But I find I did well yesterday whilst cooking. I just left it on the charger.
Well, here's something that I really don't, I will never put on my list of regrets. I wish I had cared less about what others think. Guess what? I don't care. I keep saying that. So, that. I wish I cared less about what others think.
Because of the way I was raised, I tend to care a lot. But the older I get, as I said, people saying I'm rude is like, okay, oh well. Yeah. But in my younger days, on Confession Friday, I cared.
Well, if your actions are going to be dictated by what others think, then you're not being true to yourself. In a lot of cases, you probably just want to impress them or reduce the friction to be had from not pleasing them in the first place. So
yeah, that's why I said
this doesn't make any sense. I say all the time that we're each given one life. You don't have the right to your life and mine.
Yeah.
So no, care less. And I really couldn't at this point. Stop wasting your moments on other people's opinions. Ultimately, they are just opinions from those who don't fully share your reality, or want to control you, or think that they are superior to you and always impart the best advice. Awesome. Elevate them in your life while you downplay your own position. It doesn't make any sense. Stop trying to impress people.
Yeah, that's hard though. Imagine for the average teen that's coming up now and trying to be part of the clique and deciding, oh, I'm not going to try to impress that person, but then I have to impress that person because I want to be part of the group.
Really?
Yeah. The things these kids have to go through these days is a lot. Yeah. I find I didn't have that, but because of, like, I'm always going to be a PK. And, as a preacher's kid, you have to be a certain way, you have to behave a certain way. So it was a lot of pressure back then because you couldn't be part of this, you couldn't do that, etc., etc. You had to live a life that was pleasing in the sight of humans because God sees and knows all the bad things that we do. So, yeah. So it was a lot of pressure. Yeah.
Thankfully, the pressure is gone.
Thankfully. So I wish I had lived up to my full potential. Well, I don't think my time's up just yet, so I still got time to go. I'm a work in progress. Yeah.
I think this is a common one, definitely for most of us.
So live up to your own aspirations, not down to others' expectation. There is no passion to be found in settling for life that is less than the one you are capable of living. So live your life, be your true self, confess when you need to confess, just be you. What do you say to that, Jamie?
Not much. Not much at all.
Oh, my word.
I wish I faced my fears. Okay.
There's one fear I would never face. A snake.
Life is found in the distance between your deepest desire and your greatest fear. Remember, fear is only temporary, but regret lasts forever.
That regret, and it's not a regret, it will have to last forever in my eyes because I'm never getting in the same space or having the intention to ever look a serpent dead in its face.
But that's not your deepest desire either, so it wouldn't apply here.
Exactly. But that's my deepest fear. Do I have a deep desire? If I had a deep desire, my desire would be to see what Jesus looks like before he comes. Yeah. But my deepest fear right now is running up on a snake. Like, I'm somehow to my backyard, y'all. Confession fry again, and I know St. Kitts doesn't have snakes, but I'm always looking in the bushes to see if I see eyes looking at me. And sometimes I jump because there's a cat that's always lambing under my lime tree. It makes me sometimes, and because of the eyes and because of my mind, I'm like, I hate you. But yeah. Yes, Jamie laugh on, but this is my confession Friday. These are the things that happens to Hortensia. Yeah, so I got to get myself back together, and be like, Hortensia, you're in St. Kitts. Snakes don't exist around these parts. Yeah.
Thankfully. Wow.
I wish I'd lived more in the moment. Sometimes. So you don't miss out on the good stuff. Why are you knocking on glass?
Make a difference today. Make it a day worth remembering. All right, I'm all for that.
Yeah. Alrighty. So there we have it. So let's try not to live our lives with too much regrets, would you say? Okay. So let us be our best selves. Be not pressured by the should I say woes? Is this woes of society? I don't want to say woes and everybody say I'm a Debbie Downer. So don't be pressured by society.
You said it 3 times. Keep going.
Guys, I'm not a Debbie Downer, but just don't be pressured by what people expect from you, what people want from you. And as the prompt just said, live in the moment, be your best selves. Do what matters to you the most, but not to your detriment. Remember, not to your detriment. And yeah, life will be well.
All right. We'll be back in a moment with more GMS scans. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to your favorite day of the week, Friday. It's Infused Friday, and you've guessed right, we have another marvelous infused water recipe for you today. Strawberry, lemon and green tea infused water. So let me introduce you to the benefits one can expect from this selection. Strawberries, These potent little packages protect your heart, increases HDL, which is good cholesterol, lower blood pressure, and guard against cancer. Packed with vitamins, fiber, and particularly high levels of antioxidants known as polyphenols. Strawberries are a sodium-free, fat-free, cholesterol-free, and low-calorie food. The bottom line is lemons contain a high amount of vitamin C, soluble fiber and plant compounds that give them a number of health benefits. Lemons may aid weight loss and reduce your risk of heart disease, anemia, kidney stones, digestive issues and cancer. And finally, green tea contains healthy bioactive compounds. These compounds can improve brain function, increase fat burning. The antioxidants may lower the risk of some cancers, contribute to the prevention of type 2 diabetes, and assist in the prevention of cardiovascular disease, also in the protection of the brain from aging and reduce bad breath. Amazing benefits. Let's get infusing. Here are the ingredients. 1 bag of green tea, 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of hot water, 1 lemon halved, juiced and half sliced, a handful of strawberries halved, and ice cubes for serving. Directions. Place tea bag in a cup of hot water, let it steep for 5 minutes, then remove, and let it cool before pouring into a jug or pitcher. Add the remaining ingredients and let it infuse for 30 minutes before serving into a large glass filled with ice. So delightful. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Yeah.
An exotic experience.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom. Yeah.
An exotic experience.
Morning. Good morning, this is Karen of Paris and support from Paris, Vermont. I want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Thanks.
Good morning, SKN. Wagwan. Yo, this Ben's Lad coming to you live from Jamaica. You see it, go already. See me, I say Caribbean people stand up and I love this. This show is very important. You understand me? Yeah, man. Studio 327. Ben's Lad, so big up. See me, I say. I'm the whole innocent crew. Yeah, man. More love.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
The University of the West Indies is celebrating its 75th anniversary this year. Joining us now are Gail Gray-Phillip, head of St. Kitts and Nevis University of the West Indies Open Campus, and Jane Williams, president of the St. Kitts and Nevis UWI Alumni Association, as we discuss the anniversary activities. Hey, it's Yui. All right. So good morning and welcome to GOSKN.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, you're very welcome. So I felt pressure earlier from my former teacher and colleague here to say to you, she was like, you know, you're going to tell them you went to UE?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, yes.
Yeah, you have to wear that Pelican pride.
Definitely so. So for the benefit of those who don't know, the 75th anniversary of UE, when exactly was that?
Well, UE Day, January 7th, that's the start, that's the day in 1947 when the team would have had their first meeting to establish what was then the University College of the West Indies, a branch of the University of London, right? We all know of the University of London, right? So coming out of that, we had the University College of the West Indies. Later then we were established the University of the West Indies. So in 1948 was when we were fully established, and so we're celebrating 75 years.
Awesome. Streamers, please.
So right, on January 7th, here in St. Kitts, the Governor General at the time, Sir Tapley Seaton, declared UE Day. And that was done across many of the countries, in Jamaica, Trinidad, St. Vincent, name it.
Exactly.
All the countries where we have a landed campus and we have a site.
Okay. So we will speak now about some of your activities that you have upcoming to celebrate your 75th anniversary. What can you tell us about those?
All right, so I'll say January 7th, UA Day was the official start.
Okay.
On February 19th, we went to St. Paul's Anglican Church in Nevis, a small group. The plan first was for the planning committee to go over to Nevis, celebrate together. It was their Heritage Sunday. We invited a small group of persons, and that was one of the activities. And then coming up on March 28th, Tuesday, March 28th, we'll be having an interfaith church service, and that will be held at Wesley Methodist on Seton Street, commencing at 5:30.
Yeah, I know about.
We have many other activities, but let's stop there for now.
I was going to say, I know about that one because the person to your left already contacted me for something in particular.
Yes, I'm bringing you out of retirement. Time for Jamie to start singing again.
So we have invited, dignitaries, to read the first lesson and second lesson, and we have a number of intercessionary prayers. So we want to have all past students, current students, their families, their friends, to come out and celebrate with us on the 28th of March.
Well, that's going to be a lot of people. I think that you only realize, well, you're a part of it, so you know exactly that you only realize how many people actually were touched by the institution when things like this come around.
Right. I don't think many persons know that at the open campus here in St. Kitts and Nevis, we have 269 persons pursuing their degrees with us. So just that alone will fill the church, right?
Exactly.
Right. And we have about 250 persons doing short courses with us. So with that alone, but we want, there are many past students out there, many at Central Bank from different countries. Right, I don't want to.
So it's not just about people from St. Kitts and Nevis being invited as well. If you are in St. Kitts and Nevis, whether or not you're a citizen or even if you're just visiting and you just want to be in the presence of your fellow pelicans, it's an opportunity.
There's a message in that. Pelican.
She's feeling a little jealous of the three of us,
I may not have attended university, but I had the privilege of staying on the campus, and it was a nice feel. It was a nice look. People thought I was a student, and I was like, oh no, little old me is just a little tourist. I'm not a student, so I did get the opportunity.
But you have a lot of opportunities, even here with the short courses, or if you decide to start doing a degree, UE is most definitely an option.
Wow. There we have it.
Can I say it's the only option that makes sense?
I'm not going to have any arguments with anybody. I mean, I'm just saying we feel very strongly about UE, and I'm sure others feel strongly about their schools as well.
Jihan, this question is for you. You had the choice to maybe go to Europe or the US. Why did you choose to stay in the Caribbean?
I never craved the US experience. I really didn't. I wanted to delve deeper into the region. I feel like that's one of the things that a lot of students grow up with, this desire to go and live in the US, and I never did. I wanted to understand deeper our society because I was very adamant that I was coming back home as well. I've never had a desire to live or work overseas. Well, at least at that time. It's changing a bit now, but I just wanted a real Caribbean experience so that I can understand the region better. I'm very region minded as well, wanting to build the region. So we can't build the region if we don't understand the region. And then if you go to a US institution, you come back with US principles or US teachings. And no, I wanted to hear my accent. I wanted to see my people and eat different Caribbean foods, because as close as we are, you know, it's so much diversity. And why go somewhere else? I knew I wanted to do a master's degree in the UK or Europe, but I've never craved the US experience, and I feel like the Caribbean experience is really one that is unmatched.
And one of the things, having gone to UE, you have a friend in nearly all
every country,
all the countries.
Oh yeah.
Ever stranded on the airport?
There is somebody
Yes.
you can call. Yeah.
Yes.
Anywhere, you know, you have friendships all over.
Yeah. And I could relate to what you said, Jan, about you know, being connected to the region, because that was the reason I chose to go to UWI as well. I'm like, we're in St. Kitts, but I feel so separated from the rest of the region. Let's find out about Rainiers, and that experience is rich as well.
And UE is the #1 university in the Caribbean.
Facts
and that's not
and
just
stats.
me saying, right?
Facts and stats.
Right.
Yes.
Times Higher Education ranked universities globally. Ranked UE as #1 in the Caribbean. And we're in the top 1.5% in the
so 3%
Latin America and the Caribbean. So yeah.
And compared to 30,000 universities,
Right.
I
Yes.
said, what? No, man.
So you know you're getting a good degree, right?
You know, if other schools want to argue about being the best, we have some facts and stats.
To support what you're saying.
That sounds like street cred to me.
Yep, indeed.
Okay, so on the 30th of March, we have the Sir Provenance lecture.
Right.
What do we have to look forward to there?
Okay, so on the 30th of March, the Sir Provenance lecture, as you said, is going to be streamed via our Open Campus Facebook page and the UE Open Campus Facebook and YouTube pages. It's part of the History and Heritage Month of activities. Our guest lecturer this time is Professor Jessica Byron Reed, a native of St. Kitts and Nevis, was a director at UE St. Augustine and a lecturer at UE Mona. So we're excited about that. It will be facilitated, hosted by Shamlon Kirby, graduate also of UE, and we will have remarks from persons from the Brimstone Hill Society, myself, etc. So we're looking forward to
The topic for
the topic is for the History and Heritage Month is celebrating 400 years of creativity and ingenuity.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, I am too, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Jan, what can you...
Okay.
Go ahead.
We're going to say we have other activities. Jan can speak to us about that.
Okay. What can you tell us about the Lunch and Learn series?
Yes, I am excited about the Lunch and Learn series. It was an idea that Gail actually brought to the table, and I thought this is excellent. So the Lunch and Learn series is a session where we're going to invite a UE alum or someone who, speaking of a topic that persons might be interested in. It's going to be on your lunch hour, so there'll be a presentation, say, for 30 minutes and then an opportunity to ask questions. But it's going to be on topics of interest. So why I love it is because it's an opportunity for UE alumni to present their thoughts and present their ideas, maybe even research in this sort of setting where you can join from at your desk, because it's going to be virtual. So you just tune in and you can hear a bit about a topic. So it's a chance for us now to really show the world what we've learned at UE. So if you've been doing research on culture and ingenuity or science or history, if anybody is interested in doing one of these sessions, it's a chance for them to present. It's an opportunity for you to also have a recording of you presenting if somebody wants to then start building, a social presence. And it's an opportunity now for you to get feedback. No cost, no charge, no pressure. You pick your topic, but it's an opportunity, as I said, for us to learn while we have lunch.
Nice. I like that.
And of course, the idea had to come from a seasoned educator.
Yeah, some of us, while you're at your desk, you might watch something on YouTube or watch something on TV. So it's a chance while you're just there having lunch, you can learn something.
Correct is right.
So we're making that appeal to interested UE alum as well. If you're interested in facilitating one of these sessions, that you can just reach out to us. I'm sure there are lots of lawyers who have things to say.
I like the fun in that. I like the fun in that.
And then we have so many people doing sciences as well. That might be an area that you want people to know about your research. So it's just a platform, us offering a platform for UE alumni to have that opportunity.
When does it begin?
Well, we're hoping for April.
Yes. We're hoping to have it's a series.
Yes.
So we're hoping to start in April and have at least 4 of them, at least.
Throughout the year. Okay, great. This is all very exciting. You're taking me back to school. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? I've got the itch now. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the history of the open campus here in St. Kitts. When was it established?
Well, the building in St. Kitts.
It's got to be the building because open is open.
The building was a long time. I don't have an exact date, but it's long. Yeah, we're currently in need of repairs. I don't know if you passed recently and see where some repairs on the roof and but even for the building, UE has had a presence here in St. Kitts and Nevis for a long time. I gather there was an office on Church Street or somewhere around there many years ago until we got the land and have the building there for quite a while. I need to find out exactly the year, but so we have a presence here, and our site here, we serve St. Kitts and Nevis. All right, so as you know, university, we have 5 campuses. So there's a campus in Jamaica, there's a campus in Trinidad and Trinidad St. Augustine. There is Cave Hill.
Of course, please do not forget.
And then the open campus, which is our virtual campus. We offer our programs online. And then our baby sister is 5 Islands in Antigua. That was established, I think 2019 or most recently. So the open campus was established in 2008. And so we would have transitioned from face-to-face persons coming to the site to do their programs or their courses via teleconference and some face-to-face teachings, and then we're now fully online with all our programs.
I love that. Talk about development.
Right, so we cater to persons who are adults working for whatever reason you cannot leave to go someplace. So we cater for those persons. So you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever is convenient for you to get your work done. So you study anytime, any place, right, anywhere. Okay. We find that we're having younger persons joining,
taking advantage of it. Wow.
Taking advantage and pursuing their studies full time. So they're not working, but pursuing their studies full time with the open campus. We're finding more of that.
Is it because it's more affordable? Is that one of the reasons, do you think?
Yes, you're eliminating the travel costs, accommodation costs, because you already are at home. So and those are 2 very big costs. And increasing.
When I heard you mention 3 o'clock, I was going to tell you there was like a hidden joke in there, because when the former registrar, I think, of CFBC was joking. She was saying, when it comes to UWI, if you've gone, you're the one sending emails at 1 o'clock in the morning. Everybody will know you went to you doing your work. So, all right, as we look back on some of the accomplishments of the university over 75 years, are there any things in particular that we should note?
Oh, if you look at a lot of our leaders across the region, and here in St. Kitts and Nevis, they're from UE, graduates of UE, right? So we have produced a lot of critical thinkers.
I think one of the things that's notable as well is the growth of the programs as well. Things were very, the usual science, history, math, law, but then even at Cave Hill now you have creative studies, moving into the realm of understanding that arts and creativity, these are areas that we have to explore on an academic and professional level as well, even though for us it's commonplace. Singing, calypso, theater arts, all these things are things we do on a common level. But no, the university, again, recognizing us and our skills and our talents, are catering to people that way. So I think the university has continued to grow according to how the region grows, and it affords people the chance to explore those areas on an academic and professional level.
Yeah, during COVID, when persons and schools and had to go online, it was instrumental in helping a lot of the governments, ministries of education, to transition their programs to online. We have expertise in almost any area during COVID, etc. Right? The theme, the theme. I'm wearing my shirt.
Oh yes, today. You are
Rooted, ready, rising. Right. So we're rooted here in the Caribbean, where we have set our base here. Right. And as Jan indicated, that's the place to go to integrate with the Caribbean and learn more about the Caribbean. And as she said a while ago, we are ready. We are ready, and we are rising. She also mentioned that, right? So we are not just stagnant here, but we are improving on our programs, improving on our modes of delivery and all of that. So yes, so that's us. Rooted, ready, and rising.
Ready and rising.
Oh, I can vouch for that, because when COVID came, it was as if there was no break. It's like, we're going to be online. And we were, and it was seamless. So yeah, visionary, definitely ready. All right, any final words before we go?
I just want to encourage our pelicans out there who are in St. Kitts and Nevis, whether or not you are a citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis, to join us for the interfaith service on the 28th at 5:30 at Methodist Church. And also, please reach out to us if you are one of those persons interested in the Lunch and Learn series. And we know that there's so much academic excellence coming out of UE, and many persons perhaps don't get the opportunity in their everyday work life to express the thoughts and the ideas that they have and that they're passionate about. So we're giving you that opportunity. We want it to be us, it giving anybody that opportunity. Of course, we aim for 4, but we would still love to be able to have this at least once a month and continue it even past this year once people are interested. So it's a chance for us to shine now, and we're giving our alumni that opportunity. So if there's an alumni, maybe there's a topic or a thought, leadership issue that you want to have expanded on or discussed, you want to share your views, we want to give you that opportunity.
I want to add that persons can contact the local site at 465-2190 or email us at st.kitts, KITTS, at open.ue.edu, and we can easily link you up with Jan or update you on what's happening. We have a form where we're using to collect information on past students. So we have a database to be able to get in touch with these persons. And to say that the activities are not limited just to past students, but to current students. We are trying to organize a social event for current students and also for past students. In April, we plan to have a tree planting on Earth Day and other activities that we have planned. And persons who are willing to assist us, because it's a small team and we need help. So persons who are willing, whatever your expertise that you want to contribute to us, we are waiting for you with open arms.
Something as simple as graphic design, so that we could do flyers. If you just like to plan event management, you want to get involved somewhere, we're open.
We're open.
You're open.
Why? Yes, to come from
Yeah. Friends of Yui, yes.
Indeed.
Well, thank you so much, Gil. Great development, Jan Williams.
Yeah,
Thanks so much for having us. And we look forward to seeing you on the 20th and hearing you on the 28th.
Yeah, you know, after minutes. So
It's been commissioned.
all right, we'll be back in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned.
It's Infused Friday. Welcome to today's recipe. But before we get into that, let me give you some information about the benefits of H2O. Infused water adds more to your H2O. It not only gives you the same refreshed feeling that water does, but it adds flavor and nutritional benefits. Adding different combinations of herbs, fruits, and spices to your water can lead to endless combinations that are not only delicious, but extremely good for you. Helping to control bloating, because many women suffer from bloating due to excess salt or hormonal fluctuation. Water-rich foods such as lemon and cucumber can help control this problem. How does this link into relaxation? Well, if you infuse your drink with herbs that are linked to relaxation, such as sage, this often helps. What are the benefits of anti-aging? Well, if you add dark berries and pomegranate seeds, which are rich in antioxidants, this can help protect against the effects of aging. Let's talk about metabolism. Many fruits can boost your metabolism and help with weight loss, so be sure to add in your raspberries, strawberries, tangerines, and any other delicious fruit. Now, let's move on to the recipe for this Friday, which is watermelon and lemon mint. Ingredients: 1 small cup of watermelon pieces, 1 large lemon sliced, and a handful of fresh mints. Now for the directions, very simple. You just need a pitcher and add 1 small cup of watermelon sliced, 1 large lemon slice, and a handful of fresh mint. Muddle ingredients and fill pitcher with ice water, and you're good to go. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
Yeah.
An exotic experience.
welcome back to Good Morning SKN and our Caribbean Connection segment for today, Friday. The award-winning Michael Moldihar is the Trinidadian director who in 2017 completed the feature film of Michael Anthony's Green Days by the River, which was distributed throughout the Caribbean to great acclaim. Michael Moldihar, welcome to Good Morning SKN and our Caribbean Connection segment for today. I know I am butchering your surname, but please forgive me. It's Moldihar, right?
It's Mulida. It's close. Mulida.
Okay.
That's okay.
All right. How are you this morning?
I'm good. What about you? Good morning to everyone.
I am excellent. So, Jamie?
I've got to say, I'm loving the hat. Hey. Awesome.
Thank you. A little Friday flavor.
Oh, I love it.
I love it. So, what made you gravitate towards film production?
I think for me, and in making that film, it was very circular. So when I was in high school, literature was one of my favorite subjects. So sometimes when I try to trace, because I don't think I ever really had a real, from small thinking, I want to be a filmmaker, but I enjoyed literature class so much. It was my favorite subject when I did Form 6. So I think somewhere in there, I just wanted to experience that over, and that helped me to choose my degree to do film production. I was like, oh, well, class could be similar to reading books, which I totally enjoyed. So in that sense, I was thinking, if I do a film degree, we get to watch movies all the time and analyze them. So there is a connection that always existed there for me. It was just like a natural thing.
Well, you sound very passionate talking about it. I'm wondering about that shift, because obviously literature, we're dealing with text only. You shift to film and you've got to be considering all of that and translating that to the screen. So what was that experience like for you when you started?
Yeah, at first, because when you read a book, it's happening in your mind, right? So you think it will be easy to translate it into a film or change the mediums. And of course, it goes to script format, then it would go to the visual when you're actually in production. But, it's very hard, because what we do realize is in a book, there's a lot of internal monologue. So you hear the character's voice kind of speaking, whereas I would do this, or their thoughts. And when you're making a movie, unless you want to put a lot of voiceover, you need to find a way to kind of almost build a bridge between that character and that internal monologue. So I would think that's the hardest part. It's something you do think about, because the book lives in your mind. But I think with Green Days by the River in particular, we did a good job of trying to create that world with the budget that we had,
We just had two ladies from the University of the West Indies as it celebrated 75 years. Why did you choose to go to UAE and not go to the USA or Europe, since those are two big countries with grand film industries?
And that's such a good question, but I guess for a few reasons, I did, my first job was in insurance. And right around when I was reaching that point, because I was very young, maybe 19 or 18, I was straight out of school, and I just realized I wanted to do something more or different. I didn't want to be in the office. Not that anything wrong with being in the office, but I just didn't want to be in the office. And at that same moment in time, the UWE film program was being created, and they were offering applicants to, and I just, and so that for me, it was a little bit accidental, serendipity, because at that point, I was like, hey, this looks interesting. They're creating a UWE film program in St. Augustine campus. And I just said, you know what, I'm going to apply. And once I got in, then I resigned from my job and I went and did that degree. So it's kind of you're young, you're still thinking, I could always get back a job. And, so I was at that point in time in my life where I could have taken a risk. And I just honestly never looked back. So I don't know if I was at that point interested enough, I knew I wanted to be a filmmaker, to say, let me apply to go USA, or let me go apply to go England. But it was just that avenue was opening up right when I was looking to do something else. And I thought, you know what, this could be interesting. And I decided to do it. But I would say, so I have done a master's in international film business at the University of Exeter and London Film School. And I would say that what's interesting about the Caribbean or doing a degree in like the University of the West Indies was that I got like, I want to say, not like a Hollywood education on film. I got like this independent cinema education where we studied films from India, films from all around the world that really molded this world sense of cinema, not necessarily just like I'm a Hollywood. And nothing is wrong with Hollywood. I just saying it gave like the entire world. So like now I could watch a film from Korea or watch a film from all these different spaces, and it provided that education. I think that was a little different from maybe attending some of those more established institutions. Is a little more, I guess I want to say, world theory introduction type of information.
Well, given what you just said, Michael, I'm curious to know if there were opportunities for you to infuse this world type of education into your own work. And I want to focus specifically on, well, Queens of Europe, your film in 2008. Why don't you tell our public about that one?
Yeah, I mean, that was just for me, a really interesting film to make. I was still in UE, so that's how I know it was my documentary class project. And essentially, we had to make a documentary. And for whatever reason, I guess, when you think a documentary, I was just thinking around the university campus, there were transvestite prostitutes. And my idea was to interview them. But in the end, it was an interesting film because we would have to be in the street from like about 11 p.m. till about 4 a.m. interviewing this community. And what was interesting about it, I think, was we really tried to be very objective and just portray them, as people. And so it was that type. And of course, it created a lot of interest. And it was my first real kind of film that I would make, and I get a lot of experience from. It was just an interesting film, and I learned like a lot from it because I learned about the characters that you portray and how it could even affect their lives, because it did get slightly popular and it was beginning to affect the community. In the end, we kind of just took the film and made it into very much educational film. I kind of handed it over to different agencies that already was supporting this community, and they were allowed to play it, and it's kind of an educational film now,
Yeah, because I realized when I did some research, Michael, that the FPA gave you a little problems with it, but then eventually they end up working with you because of that.
Yeah.
That same documentary.
Yeah, and that was a lesson that I learned, like how to. So the FPA was an organization that supported that community, and I think at first because they were the gate, like I guess because they organized, they were protecting them because they didn't know, and you didn't know what my agenda was. So you learn a lot from these kind of situations, and in the end we worked with them and we did a follow-up movie about the community, and kind of almost like just understood everything. It was like a huge learning process,
Okay, good stuff.
Well, Michael, we'll take a quick break, but we'll be back to talk with you on the other side of it. Don't go anywhere, anyone. More GMSKN in a moment.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Kayana Paris and support from Paris, Vermont. I want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Thanks.
Good morning, SKN. Wagwan. Yo, it's Bensley Lad coming to you live from Jamaica. You see it already. See me, I say Caribbean people stand up, and I love this. This show is very important. You understand me? Yeah, man. Studio 327. Bensley Lad. It's a big up. See me, I say. I'm the whole innocent crew. Yeah, man. More love.
Welcome back to GMSKN. We are talking with Michael Muladar, Trinidadian director and producer. So, Michael, we talked about Queens of Curep, film that was produced in 2008, but you also have a lot of other credits. I'll go down the list, probably about 2 or 3 of them. Cooley, Pink, and Green, where you were co-producer and editor. Okay, I see the smile. I'm going to stop there. Tell us why the smile. What do you remember about it?
Oh, yeah. No, this was a project, a collaboration with UWI professor, Patricia Mohammed, who I met while doing my film degree, and she had this idea to make this film called Cooley, Pink, and Green. And I was like, okay, I'm down. Let's, however I can help, I would. And I was still in university, and I ended up signing on as editor and co-producer, but I was there for the filming process and just, trying to figure it out. And it was really a good experience. And then me and Professor Patricia Mohammed, she was the head of gender studies at the time and then became head of tertiary education. But we ended up making, I think, maybe about 6 or 7 or 8 films together. So it was like a collaboration that went on for many years. And I think that film, is really like a poem when you watch it. I could even send you all a link. And what's interesting about it is, one, I think it really developed my editing style, but just this story of an Indian girl in modern Trinidad and trying to, her coming of age. And it was just a unique experience. Like, I'll be honest and say, when we were making that movie, I really didn't even know what we were making. I just jumped in and just kind of felt my way around. So I think that was an important process for me in the filmmaking process. And what was interesting is when the premiere the film at Pravasi Film Festival in India. So that was my first time really getting to travel for film and going to India. We spent 2 weeks in New Delhi. All of that was just like, and so early on in my career, it really motivated me and made me feel like, I could be a filmmaker because, it's really hard in the Caribbean to be, at that point in time as well, where I don't have a lot going on, to be a filmmaker, That's like what, 2000, that might be 2011 or something like that.
Yeah, 2009 by the credit, yes.
Yeah, 2009, yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I want to talk about City on a Hill, because as soon as I heard City on a Hill, I knew where that was headed. So you want to speak about that documentary, a bit about that one?
Sure, that documentary is about Laventille in Trinidad and Tobago, and one of the main things was Laventille doesn't have the best reputation in our country, but we wanted to kind of feature the built cultural heritage of East Port of Spain. And East Port of Spain is an environment where the history is kind of like known as where the slave communities would have developed. But they are like the heartbeat of the country. And you find mass, steel pan, dance, like so many things developed that culturally relevant to our country and maybe the world by extension. And the film really is about how we went into East Port of Spain and interviewed the Rada, which is a kind of, how to put it, like a religion unto itself. We interviewed the dancers, we interviewed, the mask makers, the wire benders who was building old masks. We went in and we interviewed everyone, and kind of almost an attempt to document the built cultural heritage of East Port of Spain. And Professor Mohammed was also worked on this documentary. And, we really did have a lot of fun just going in there for like 2-3 weeks, which on one hand, people felt could be dangerous, but on the other hand, that community was just so welcoming. They opened their doors and they had us and just let us in their homes, and we moved about, interviewed people, and it's one of those films that I'm really proud of and has taken on its own life, and it's kind of around the place. I could even send you all a link for that. You all could, feel free to show it or anything, So it's kind of one of those projects that we really enjoy making.
Lovely.
And we're moving on to 2017, Michael. Your feature film, your first feature film, Green Days by the River.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
That one, I think that was the hardest film to make to date. It really took us about 3 years to make that movie. 1 year would have been more or less trying to get the funding and that space, and then moving into production and then distribution. But it was really a story that when I first read, I thought it would be very easy to make, if I'm being honest. But then, But that's what happens. You go, oh, easy, we can just do this, do that. And then when you really get into the meat of it, you realize the monster of a movie it is to make. But we were able to reach journey's end, as Michael Anthony says. And throughout, we'd have a lot of discussion on Michael Anthony. So he was quite a partner to us in making it, meaning I would go and sit down by him and ask him questions or discuss, little pieces of the movie to really just understand, what he was thinking about. And that's how I kind of learned it was even semi-autobiographical for him. He was just writing about his childhood, essentially. Of course, he, changed names of characters and added in story plots. But he told me when he was talking about the cashew tree, was the cashew tree outside his house? And it's very memorable, which in the movie we end up changing to a mango tree. But I even asked him, I was like, it's okay if I change that to a mango tree? He said, well, it was just a tree outside my house. But it was just so hard, like, for us to find a cashew tree. And then even, because it was out of season, we were going to do, art department was going to make cashews and put it on a tree. But we found this mango tree that was just perfect for the shot. And I was just like, all right, let's film with that. But just little things that I would ask him. And he'd be like, I think it's okay, but people have criticized it, so it's interesting. But honestly, the thing is, we're working with the resources that we have. Yeah. So just like, you kind of commit, you know what, I want to get this done, and you just kind of move forward with the decisions that you make,
Lovely, lovely. And for that movie, I see you have 3, not 1, 3 different People's Choices Awards for your movie.
Yeah. That one won a lot of awards, and we played it all around the world, from Switzerland, Bahamas, got premiere in London. Like, we just went all around the world with our film. It was an interesting experience because people would fly me to film festivals. And so I really got to experience, I guess, the circuit of filmmaking. And, to this day, I still get requests for the movie to be played, and we do interviews about it. But I think, I guess I should really just say, like, for me, it was like a love poem to Trinidad and Tobago. Like, I really just wanted to do something for my culture. And also it felt like in 1952, when I read that story, I used to just imagine, what would school students think when they're watching the movie and they realize all the little boys and girls in like suits and dresses, and that was their school dance. It's such a different time. And I just kind of realized that I wanted to portray that space and time and let people know, kind of almost document it and solidify a 1952 in Trinidad and Tobago. And this was the experience of life then. There's the opportunities the characters would have had, or the lack of opportunities. There's what, we were still under British rule, and there's the life that they would have experienced.
Michael, you mentioned the word resources at least 2 times previously, that you're working with the resources that you have. I want to speak with you briefly to get your perspective on the development of the Caribbean film industry over the years. What's your perspective? Where are we now? Where are we going?
It's a little hard because I think some of the infrastructure is in there. Now, movies can be made because we've done it. There have a lot of other Caribbean films being made. But I do think it's still in a space where the filmmakers, and I guess this is anywhere in the world, but the filmmakers have to kind of put the movie on their back and walk up the hill. And that's a very hard process. So, access to funding is hard, is there, but you have to really fight to get that money, like going to companies, family and friends. So, if I think about it, in that 3 years, I'll put it like this. It's a couple of things. In that 3 years to make Green Days by the River, 27 days were filming. So it took us 3 years, 27 days out of that 3 years was the actual filming of the movie. But the rest of it was meetings and trying to gather momentum to make it happen. So I don't think it's like we're trying to say it should be, an easy process, but it's kind of, we're still in a space where you have to really convince people for your projects, and, is really hard as a process. And that's why, so you have to know if you're ready to take that on, because it's like mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially is a lot to kind of invest into. And then while you're doing that, your current life might be running. So you're thinking like you might have family and a job, or you need to earn money. So that's why it's kind of a hard process. I think filmmakers in the Caribbean really want to get to a point where they can live off of just making films. And we'll probably get there eventually. But for right now, it is a process that is hard. But as technology changes, as platforms come on board, you know, there is a lot of hope with that aspect of it, because now you can get cheaper cameras, cheaper everything. You could do the production for less. It might be on the level you want it, but so it's kind of like, and then it have platforms like you could put it on YouTube. You could begin to scale back on your like we all have visions of every cinema screen, but now, you know, it have these streamers, it have different opportunities that exist. You can put it probably even on TikTok or Instagram. So I think now we as filmmakers also need to maybe change a little bit how we thinking about delivering our distribution. And so there's a lot of hope as the environment changes. But to be real is a hard. You just kind of have to believe in what you're doing and go for it, and then stay that journey. And as you know, nowadays with all the noise is a hard process, and resources is because it's like, unless you have a lot of your own personal money, like how are you paying a crew? How are you paying for it? So and then on that, I would say, to me, this is why I tell people, filmmaking is like putting on a wedding every day. So if you have 27 days of filming, think of it like you're putting on 27 weddings. Wow. So if you know you can't feed a crew, which is like sometimes 30 people, if you know you can't provide all the things for that, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, if you can't provide the transport, then you're running into problems. So it's like putting on a wedding every day.
Well, having put on the wedding, it definitely calls for celebration, and all of your accolades, sure. Michael, well deserved.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Very welcome. Well, we're not going to keep you any longer. We are unfortunately out of time as well, but there's so much more to talk with you about. So you know what? We might be knocking on you during the not too distant future to continue this conversation.
I'm around.
Michael Moladar, thank you so much.
No problem. I love you.
More Good Morning SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
Welcome to another Infused Friday, and we have another amazing infused water recipe for you today, which is mango, papaya and pineapple. So let's get into just some of the benefits of this fine selection of fruit. Mango juice is full of potassium and magnesium, the two compounds that regulate blood pressure in the body. Consuming mango juice daily can help one, keep fit and maintain blood pressure, and keep hypertension in check. Drinking mango juice also makes sure there is enough fluid in the body to keep it balanced. Did you know that mangoes are good for your eyes, improves immunity, great for digestion, helps fight cholesterol and may burn fat and reduces acne? Papayas contain high levels of antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin C and vitamin E. Diets high in antioxidants may reduce the risk of heart disease. The antioxidants prevent the oxidation of cholesterol. When cholesterol oxidizes, it's more likely to create blockages that lead to heart disease. And finally, pineapple, rich in vitamin C and manganese, which promotes healthy bones. Pineapple is packed with disease-fighting antioxidants. Thanks to the antioxidants, pineapple has cancer-fighting properties. In addition, pineapples can aid digestion and assist in weight loss. Now for the ingredients. You need 1/4 cup of papaya, 1 cup of mango, 1/4 cup of pineapple, 1/2 cup of ice and 12 ounces of cold water. Directions: wash fruits well, chop and slice ingredients and add to a large jar or jug of iced water. Stir and serve in tall glasses. Refreshing. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
朋友，大家好. Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Raspi's Pizza offers a wide variety of delicious, authentic, and thin crust pizzas. Today in our liming, owner Ashby Allen Edinburgh joins us to tell us about his business. So this is our liming segment. We're liming and we're all about the pizza, Ashby. Welcome to GM SKN.
Morning.
All right. So, you know, when we have entrepreneurs here, what we like to do is to talk about when your love of that thing that you're pushing began. So, I mean, I can imagine you love pizza all the time, right?
Yes.
But how did you get the idea to turn it into a business?
Well, it all started when I was in college. We had a family function, and I always loved to be the chef around the kitchen. So I just came up with the idea of just make a pizza that would feed everyone. So I just made a pizza from scratch, and from there just kicked off. I went down to college, started selling slices, and then eventually grew and started my shop.
All right, follow-up question. So the pizza that you made, I know that you are offering a variety of thin crust pieces. Was it thin, or did you get into that eventually?
No, it wasn't. The first time, it wasn't thin at all. It was very thick. So it was trial and error until I got that consistency.
All right, great.
That very thick just gave me an idea. So when did you launch Raspi's Pizza?
Raspi's Pizza officially launched 2019, February. We just celebrated our 4th anniversary.
Okay, congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How was 2020 for Raspi Pizzas? I like to ask entrepreneur this.
2020, it was very rough. That's when COVID came in, and it was kind of difficult sourcing some of my products and stuff like that.
But you stuck to it just like you did when you had that initial idea to make the pizza.
Yes.
And it worked. And you're here today talking about it. So again, props to you. You were in college when you made your first pizza. You said that.
Yes.
Did you ever imagine, even before then, being an entrepreneur? Or did the idea come after? And if so, how?
Since I was small, I knew I wanted to start my own business. But I didn't know it was going to be pizza. Yes. I always wanted to do my own thing. And from pizza, I just went with it. And it just stuck.
So after you began selling the slices on the campus, when did you get into that idea of, you know what, this could be a lucrative business? Was it when sales picked up? Was it how soon after your first slice?
About the first few weeks, sales were booming, you know, but I was working for this company and it wasn't going so well. So I just decided, you know, it's time for me to just start my own thing and give it a shot and just risk it.
Good risk.
So are you in business all alone, or you have partners?
No, my partner is my mom.
Oh, that's so sweet. Hi, Mom.
Well, you got to tell us, because you're partnering with your mom. Who calls the shots here? Because it might be a little bit of a dynamic, right? You know, your mom, yeah.
Well, I'm mostly in the kitchen, and she controls the books and what's not. Yes.
That's a great partnership. Yes. Good answer, by the way. Dutiful son. Awesome.
Indeed. So let's talk about the pizza that everybody loves.
Yes.
I will begin with the meat lovers.
Meat lovers, okay. Meat lovers is basically just all meats. You know, St. Kitts people love meat. So it's pepperoni, beef, ham, and barbecue chicken. Oh, nice. We also have bacon and Italian sausage, but that's not on the meat lovers. You can add those.
Okay.
Yes.
So what if you wanted to add those to the meat lovers? Is there additional cost?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Depending on the size of the pizza. Small, medium, and large. Different prices.
Okay.
All right, I see a ham and pie, and I see it's dubbed the perfect flavor contrast. How'd you come up with that?
Ham and pineapple. Yeah. It's basically a Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the ham and pine.
Yeah.
That's like our Christmas.
You're making me want to try Christmas ham.
Yeah.
You're talking to people. You're talking to. I don't cook, and you anyway. Yeah, that's what it is. I just eat, right? Like a lot of other people. So this is an interesting combination that you make me want to try.
Yes. We also have saltfish, seafood, which is offered occasionally, Yes. We advertise when we're going to do the seafood, so.
Okay, and you got to talk to me. What do you put on the seafood? I mean, I know it's seafood blanket, but what do you put?
Yes, so the seafood pizza, we make a garlic cream sauce, homemade. Also has lobster, shrimp, and grilled salmon, along with mushrooms and onions.
I haven't had breakfast.
Yeah.
And you talking about that garlic sauce? I'm hungry.
Speaking about seafood, we have Salmon Saturdays, which is the 3rd or 4th Saturday every month, which is grilled salmon, also on that garlic cream sauce.
I mean, I like you, but I don't like you right now.
I don't like cheese.
Right.
Well, not that I don't like cheese, but I'm afraid of a lot of cheese, and pizza is a lot of cheese. That's why I don't eat pizza.
We do have customers who request pizza without cheese. Yeah,
It's doable?
Yes.
Okay.
We make what you want. It's you.
I like that.
I don't know that I would call that pizza, but hey, anything goes. It is pizza without cheese. I'm kidding. I'm kidding around. I don't know. I just always imagined. I think for me, the joy comes from seeing that cheese just. It's like that whole experience. But you know what? You're not going to miss out on your pizza experience, okay?
No, I'm not.
You'll have you covered. All right. Wow. Price ranges for pizzas.
Price ranges. So our cheapest pizza is a small cheese pizza, which is $10. I think that's the cheapest on the island.
Okay.
That's not bad at all.
And ranges from 10, 20, 50. Our most expensive, I think, is a large supreme, which is like a garbage pizza. It consists of everything. The meats and veggies, that's like $75.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never understand why they want us to eat garbage.
Stop.
That's the one.
You're kidding. Oh, that looks so attractive, though.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yes.
I like the colors.
You know what I heard recently? I heard that you had this promotion where people were effectively doing push-ups for their pizzas.
Yes, for the 4th anniversary. Leading up to the 4th anniversary, we had a week of activities. So the first day was pick your discount. We had lucky discounts, which we picked certain numbers that were significant to recipes pizza. Like the 4th person who comes in would get a discount. We also had push-up challenge for discounts. You do 20 push-ups, you get 20%. If you do 100, you get the pizza free.
Did you get anybody doing 100?
No. we made it up to 50.
That's great.
Yeah, it was
not
great.
bad.
A couple of persons did 50, so that was good. And we're thinking about doing it again because it was so much fun. Yeah.
At the anniversary or just?
No, just
once
in
again?
general, yeah. Yeah, once again.
Do you have dates planned for when you want to do this again?
Not as yet, but hopefully soon.
That's a great. I can imagine. I mean, if I could, let me see what. I'm not even going to ask these people what kind of discount they think I would get.
Maybe you can get a discount today.
I'm going to work for my 50. So the next time you do it, we're going to see. Maybe we get a couple of shots. We'll see. Oh my gosh! So this is also very exciting.
Yes.
I'm looking back at one of the pizzas, right? And it has something that says specialty pizzas.
Yes.
So you have something that says 3-way and 4-way. Could you explain that to me?
Yeah, 3-way and 4-way. So, back then you could only order half and half. So times are changing. Somebody want to try 3 different toppings on the pizza. We give you cheese, veggie, saltfish. That's a 3-way. We now upgraded to 4-way.
That's what I'm saying. So 5-way still?
No, not yet.
We know where 5 Ways is, all right? That's a place, not a top. This is an interesting thing. So what gave you the idea to do that?
Well, a customer requested it, and we're all about customer satisfaction, so we just made it happen.
And do you get a lot of other customers wanting it that way?
From that, we started that, other people, came on board, requested it as well.
So would you
yeah.
So would you say a lot of your advertising is word of mouth?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We're also on Facebook and Instagram, so, for the young people.
All right, so what's at Raspy's Pizza, is that the handle for Facebook and Instagram?
Yes.
So we can find you very easily.
Very easy.
Wow. I listen, did you take any pictures of the people doing the push-ups or whatever? Because I'm going to go on your site. I want to see.
We have videos.
You have videos? Yes. Okay, I want to see exactly how they do it. I need to perfect my technique for the next time. All right, Cortensia? This is so very interesting.
You just touched on a nerve that I have to go back to. So what, for an elderly person that wants to order pizza, because you said for the young people, you have the young people contact, how do the elderly persons order the pizza?
Well, right now we only have via phone call.
Okay.
We also partner with Carib Eats, so you can order via
Okay.
Carib Eats.
Okay.
All right. And do you deliver? Is that a
Yes.
service that Carib Eats provides, or do you?
We have our own delivery service.
Where's the zone that you deliver in?
We deliver as far as Keon and as far as Boys.
As far as Keon? Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so that's great. You're serving that market. Still in St. Peter's, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Bastille.
And okay, that's good. I think that you've extended that range, so you're actually serving more of the country than, say, some of your competitors.
Yeah.
Strategic decision. I see how your mind is working.
So what happens to a person in Sandy Point or in Newton Ground or in St. Paul's that may want a pizza from Raspberries? How do they get their pizza?
That's where Carib Eats comes in.
Okay.
You order, they do island wide.
Okay.
And we have quite a number of persons who order from that side of the country. Yes.
All right, so you're 4 years in. Never thought you'd be, an entrepreneur pushing pizza. You knew you wanted to be an entrepreneur. Looking back on that 4-year period, what do you think would be your greatest success?
I would have to say just having my own business and my own freedom, Yeah.
Freedom. Does it come with challenges, though?
I imagine. Every day. When I started, I told myself there would be challenges here and there. Little did I know it was going to be a challenge every single day.
That's one of those things, I suppose, that you were challenging yourself by being an entrepreneur, and I guess you can speak to that on so many different levels. Wow, it's a great accomplishment.
So what do you do to overcome the daily challenges?
Well, it's basically a mind thing for me. I basically tell myself the day has to end. So just push through.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
you want to know something?
What?
Ashby was my student.
Yes.
I'm always the odd one up here, y'all. Always. University now teaches student, I'm the odd one out.
You're not the odd one out.
Because this is the first time I'm actually seeing or meeting Raspberries. You see,
Okay,
So y'all, during the break, yes, Confession Friday, I thought the pizza spot was red. I have a problem with colors.
Well, you know what? So that nobody else gets that problem, give us the location of your business and the description of the building.
Right, so it's a green building. It has a coconut tree going through the roof. You can't miss it. We also have a lighted sign now. It's up the double road when you come into St. Peter's by the Family Park. You come straight up. After, there's a little roundabout thingy after the park. You go through there, and it's the third road on your right. Right there, green building.
And your number?
Oh, yes. We have two numbers, 63, 1992, and 664, 1992.
I like that, 1992.
Yeah.
I love numbers, by the way. It's just weird.
Any significance to the 1992?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, yeah, we'll create our own. All right, so in our final moments, Ashby, what do you want the public to remember? What do you want them to know about Raspberries Pizzas?
Well, Raspberries Pizza, definitely the best pizza in St. Kitts, home of pizzas, and just come out and try our pizzas.
Do you have a tagline?
No.
Oh, okay. We'll help you work on one.
Well, that's a good start. Just come on and try our pizza.
Yeah.
Listen, I have one.
What's that?
Call 1992. Raspberries Pizza has the best one for you.
Okay. You've got a future in advertising. Raspberry, hey. Now, listen, thank you so much for joining us today. Very proud of you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. More GMSKN in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
An exotic experience.
Yo, what up? It's your boy and Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
So guys, welcome back to our Friday show. Yes, it is Friday. And in this segment, we will be voting yay or nay the excitement on some food combinations. So let us know in the comments which of these food combinations you would actually eat. They're making me more hungry than it should be. Without further ado, let's begin. Dun dun dun. It's Friday. It's a food session for me and you.
Apparently so. Apparently so.
I can't wait for these foods, but hopefully it doesn't make my belly growl any more than it's growling. This is really Confession Friday, huh? Sheesh. Oh. Maybe if I'm pregnant, that will work. But then... By the way, I'm not, but... I'm just saying.
It really is Confession Friday for you, isn't it?
I'm not.
I'm just like, it's like...
I'm not.
Did somebody bring a test? Did we just... What's going
now
on
you
here?
see my co-host wants to put me on blast.
I don't know what's going on.
But would I eat that? No.
There's just some things that don't go together, right?
Yeah.
There were just some things that...
Because that has seasoning, salt, and then there's just sweet and... no. See, I'm getting food goosebumps just thinking about the weird combination.
I hope I'm getting the name right, because there is one of our posters, I think it's Catherine Hicks, if I'm not mistaken, Brown or something. She normally makes comments on our Facebook page, and thank you for your comment supporting me on stewed chicken and fried rice and curried chicken from the other day. So if you're watching, I know that you'll be here with this other food segment. Shout out to you.
The proper English of the food. Not stew goat, not stew goat, but stewed goat, fried rice. Ooh. Oh Lord.
And this is exactly what happens because, you know, yeah. All right, so the weird food combination. We've got pizza and bananas. Okay, this is not so weird. It's actually not so weird. It's something that I probably would. Yeah, I probably do it, depending on what's on the pizza. So, yeah, it's not bad.
Pizza and banana?
Yeah.
No.
We had banana pepper sauce here yesterday. Come on. There are things that can go together. It's just what it is.
I guess I'm afraid of all that cheese. No. Because there's nothing with cheese and banana. No.
But the banana's not the problem for you. The cheese is. That's what your issue is.
But I want to eat pizza and banana. That just isn't sounding right. Okay, no for me.
Not bad.
Maybe the pregnant lady would, but I won't. Because weird foods. Weird foods.
It's not that bad.
Not me at all.
As long as we don't put ketchup on it, we'll be fine.
Oh my gosh. Yay. That's my favorite cookies, and I love me some pickles. So I can see me eating, I can even put the pickle in the middle of that Oreo and eat it. So yeah.
No, I love them separately, but together, it's not going to work.
It's good, y'all.
It's not going to work together, okay?
It's good.
There are certain things that are better when they are separated. These two don't belong together.
They so do. Have you ever tried it? Try it and then tell me.
I will never try this.
What? I eat pickle with one hand and then I bite a piece of my Oreo. The combination is fruitful.
No, at all.
I would eat that, yo. I would eat that. I'm weird like that.
That's not
and I'm not going to eat no pizza, no banana. No.
Ever.
No. Aye. We'll always eat Oreos and pickle together.
Ah, it just sounds wrong. What are you going to call it? A pickled Oreo? I don't get it. What
No.
is this? Is that what we're going to coin it?
An Oreo pickled sandwich. See? Rhymes.
Wow.
Yep.
I'll never look at pickles the same way. All right.
Oh no.
Sweet.
I would take the wiener out of the bread and eat the jelly and the bread, but I'm not eating that. Yeah.
You say wiener, I'm thinking first name Anthony. Anyway, move on.
Oh my God.
Do you remember?
No.
The politician? Nobody gets my references. The politician. Anyway, yeah, look it up. He's American. That's all I'm going to say to that. When we talk about this.
Okay, yeah. I think.
Weird food combination. I'm sorry, this is a no for me.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I get that thing you're talking about.
Okay.
Now, yeah. Weird combination.
Interesting name, by the way. I always thought it. So based on the scenario that developed, I was like, you should have seen it coming.
Pun intended. You got it. But no. Oh man, perfect. I can melt that. I can turn it into some gooey goo. Ooh, lovely. Marshmallow popcorn.
Yeah. Definitely
That can definitely eat. It's not weird.
No, it's not that weird.
Nope.
It's not that weird at all.
And imagine mixing some chocolate with that. Oh my gosh, the sweet in that. Not even I can eat it. I love sweet, but I find more and more I'm cutting back on it. Like, there's cake on my table, and the cake is actually still alive, y'all. I would have murdered and made that dead. Oh, guys, if you know, you know. And I like frosting, and the frosting is actually survived. It's still surviving.
Okay, again.
That's doable.
Separately.
No, that's
not
doable.
Together.
Okay, fries have salt on them, right? And that's ice cream. So the fries and the ice cream can be considered salted caramel. So I will stick a fry in the ice cream and eat it. And that is edible.
No, absolutely not. There are just some things that are better when they're separate.
You don't.
These two are better when they're separate.
Never.
Can I get a vote? Yeah, who's with me?
You see, and that's the thing, you know. Because we would eat the fries.
Thumbs down. Sorry, I did it in the wrong direction.
Thumbs up. But you eat the fries and then you maybe go for dessert. Let's say one.
But not together.
Yeah, but it's still in there together, so why not eat them together? I've done it, so yeah, it's
like
nice.
in your mouth at the same time together, not in your stomach
especially the
at the same time.
McDonald's fries with their ice cream in Puerto Rico. I've done that combination many a times. Many a times. I've even stuck my fries in a milkshake.
Well, okay, that's different because it's not like you like. Yeah, we've done that milkshake fry combination,
Yeah, ice cream,
right?
it goes to.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like you literally just like do that and then you no.
But you're eating. It's going the same place. So work with me.
Breakfast and lunch go the same place, but you wouldn't have rice with your porridge, would you?
Yeah, if you have rice porridge.
Good God.
If you have rice porridge, because there's a rice porridge that's made in Ghana, so yeah. Rice
Okay, that's great. Thank you for the cultural education. I don't like porridge, and I'm cutting back on rice, so there you go. Two things I don't like.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Why did you guys have to bring rice up? You guys are terrible. You know?
Rice and ketchup goes. You can fry it up. It's called fried rice. Yes, and break an egg, sprinkle some black pepper. Happening rice.
So no, my uncle did this. He put ketchup on everything. I used to watch him, and I wondered what on earth, like, yeah,
listen.
No.
Good combination. Great. Look at me.
No.
Look at me. Look at me. Great combination.
No. No. It doesn't work.
You don't know what you're missing. Don't knock it till you try it. Go home, get some rice that was cooked. If you have white rice in your fridge, throw it in a little olive oil, dash on some ketchup, sprinkle some black pepper.
That's the Valentine's Day meal of choice. Let's see if you like it. Red and white. We'll put them together. Yeah.
Why? Why?
No way.
Oh my gosh.
No. Well, you know, I've got some Nutella in my fridge right now.
So you're gonna try with
I was totally stunned by the fact that it was sweet. I was like, Nutella, is that sweet? It tastes like chocolate.
It's actually, yeah.
I'm like, how is this possible? That this tastes like chocolate. And then I read the label and I saw the number of calories. that you get at a table. So I'm like, there's no way I'm putting this in my mouth again. You kidding? Like 200 calories for 1 tablespoon? That's ridiculous. It's more than a bottle of Coke.
That's why you have to eat it sparingly.
Absolutely not right.
But just scoop up with your, and make sure it's kettle corn chips, because the other potato chips break in it and it's not cool. So
No,
yeah.
I'm not doing this. First of all,
That's
the calorie count for each of them by themselves is just like ridiculous. Put them together. It's not, yeah.
But that's why you only do 1 scoop with 1 kettle cooked potato chip, jalapeno be it. So you get the sweet, the pepper, the salt. Lovely combination. Yeah. That's why I don't buy Nutella. And if I buy Nutella, I take a long period to eat it because it's that sweet. But it is a nice vibe.
I was stunned. I'm like,
Yeah. Avocado.
like, no.
I've never
Seriously.
tried that, so I have to say no.
Listen.
But avocado goes well with salt and black pepper on it, though. I like that.
It goes well alone, without anything else.
You have to
know
juice
what I
it up sometimes.
mean? Not necessarily.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put avocado with honey, though. Why won't you just... Listen, where I'm from, we put salt on every single thing.
Yeah.
Pineapple, mango, golden apple, tamarind, anything we could find, we put salt on, except for the apple, as we call them in GT, ice apple. We don't put salt on that.
Wow.
But anything else, gooseberry, everybody, we making pickle or they're getting stewed, or yeah, we put salt on everything in there.
And yesterday we heard why we should do that. So, no.
Hide space. Yeah, we shouldn't do that.
Absolutely not. All right, guys. Well, that's it for us. Can I toss this? Like every day I toss this and somebody looks at me like, don't break it. Don't break it. Can I get that look again? Let's go.
No.
All right, here we go. Thank you for joining us today for another edition of GMSKN. Tune in daily to find a little bit of everything for yourself, for the people that you're going to tell to watch as well. A little bit of everything for everyone, we like to say here. And of course, we're reminding you to follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Facebook and YouTube, and even Instagram at Studio 327 Inc. And on Instagram again, because we like it. You know, it's so good, we had to do it twice. Instagram at Good Morning SKN. All right, remember to like, subscribe, follow, and share. Thank you to the person, I think it's Karen Hicks or Kate Hicks, I forgot which one, who posts religiously. Thank you for backing me up on stewed rice and curried chicken and whatever it is that we were talking about. Great, keep watching. All of you as well, keep watching. Post on those pages. Visit our website at www.studio327inc.com as well to learn more about GMSKN and Studio 327.
Yes, and as Jamie says, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. See, I have it here. Click this button. So leave us a comment and let us know what was your favorite part of today's show, and see you on Monday at 8 a.m. when you will wake up, stretch, grab your coffee mug, turn on your television or your device, and begin your morning with us right here at Good Morning SKN. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, and remember to spread a little love. Bye.
Spread a little love.